I'm working on changing these Greek documents into something that's more usable for me, like more searchable. Because right here, I just removed the spaces, and I went and I already like made it like way too hard because I removed the epsilons. Like I made them all omicrons, and I made them all, and I made the sigmas omicrons, and I made the thetas omicrons, and I made the omicrons. Like we're gonna have to have some Greek people, but what it is like I have a search alphabet. I created this thing called Flex Search for this document because I'm creating flex documents where like if there's an alpha, it's a lambda, and the lambda's in lambda, and the delta's a lambda. All three are lambdas, but you'll have no problem reading the lambdas. Lambda's not the problem, but like you're gonna have a lot of trouble with the omicrons probably. But like that's what I'm doing here. Yeah. So I have instructions about searching. I'm gonna upload it to a Google Drive like in a second. Like I already have my Google Drive up with a document that has spaces and punctuation. And like what I've learned is that I should have removed the punctuation after I had cleaned all the data in the first place, like before I had actually like changed the letters to like all lambdas. But I'm thinking that I might just do lambdas no matter what. Like for like my document, like my document's going to be like no deltas, no alphas, only lambdas. Why is that? I don't think lambda is like exactly the most common letter, but like it looks exactly the same like half the time. Not half the time, probably like 10% of the time. Like I feel like I need to trust the OCR, like which I can search that document also, and that's why I'm giving you guys a bunch of different documents you can search, and that's why you have the instructions for searching the documents that I'm including with it. What happened is I did all this work on this document, and then I searched for it, and I couldn't find a single sate or seta, like, and I used it as an example in my Septuagint that I just posted, and now I'm like going through it, and I'm like, oh, thank you, seta, oh, seta on, oh. Seta again, thank you, Seta. Please give me another Satan. That's all I needed was a Satan. Like, and I like because like in Codex Alexandrinus, there is like Setas everywhere. Like I said Seta. Like I haven't found a curious Seta this time. Seta, oh Seta, Seta, oh Seta, Seta. These Seta. Like so in this one like I'm still fighting Seta like and I still haven't actually found curious with like was that who oh I don't know. Alright, so what I'm trying to say is that like in Codex Alexandrinus like I'm hitting tons of Seta still like. And I the moment I did the Septuagint, I was like, oh, I'll just look up Satan with a B, and like instead of an H, and man, I didn't find anything. And then I looked at it with an H, and I was like, I can't even find Sate. Like how the hell? Like it's completely disappeared. But I really can't find Kudos Satan right now. Like I think there are just so many Sates in here. Like because there really are a lot in this document. It looks like you Sate, good Sate. Good Satan. it literally says like Eros. Isn't that? Well, it sounds like Aries, but then it says like good Satan. I don't know. I don't think we know what the Bible says. Probably. I mean, it wouldn't say you Satan. I mean, it literally. So we all have to ask ourselves if the Pope has a version of the Bible that does not have Satan in it, and apparently it's CAT or S8 Sigma Alpha Tau that they have in there. Because I did find Sate, and then I found Elon, like exactly spelled exactly like I said it was going to be spelled, Elon. was the Pope's Bible written by Satan? Like literally. Like literally. Like Satan literally wrote the Bible for him. And like, yeah. Do I think that means he should hurt the Bible? No. Like, give me the Bible. Like, I really do want the satanic Bible. Like, and that's what like for now on, like, is Codex Vaticanus? No, it's going to be like called the Satanic Bible. Like, I think that the internet will probably always call it the Satanic Bible, like, for the rest of history. You guys will never believe what I'm reading. So I have Alex, which is my name, before Allah. And then it says Leos. But like, it gets hard to read. But I think but what I do see here is dolos, which is slave. And then somehow I managed to find Seta T, which would be it sounds like it's your Satan. On station ish. I don't know. I'm not sure what it says, but like what I know is that like this stuff isn't in the Codex Vaticanus at all. It's not in the Septuagint, and I'm not even looking for Satan. Seta, like, but I was looking for Allah, and I found my name Alex, because Alex, maybe Alex Allah. This is why I want to write a program in the first place, because I'm looking for Sate. I have all this data, and I needed to figure out how to get it to the point that I could find all the Sates. So there's Sato, I don't know. So now I can print all this out, like, because I can print out line by line, like every line that contains the word Sate. And then I can also give you guys a program so that, like, all you have to do is like go to my program and like type in a word like that, like Sate in Greek, and it will output to a file name. I don't know what the file name will be. It'll tell you in the file, and then you can go and see if there's Sate in there, and it worked. I just want to show you guys how much more powerful it is being able to program with Curios Sate and Curious Set, and then I can search for Set and Sate. So what I've done is I've separated it into two different searches, or two different data structures. So this is when I get Set and Sate. So it has 1,790 occurrences of the word Sate or Sat. How many did I find in the Septuagint? 0 of Sate and like 3 of Sat. So I've actually found 1,800 occurrences. They're usually Seta. And so I can go and find out all the occurrences of Curious Sate. And these are the 2 occurrences. There are only 2. And so, but if I go over here, like I can go through all the occurrences of Sat and Sate, and I can print it out to a file. So what's nice is it's nice that I can count it, like, because this is 1,790 that are these 2, search string 3 and 4. And then it's 2 that are Curious Sat and Curious Sate. So I mentioned that I found 2 occurrences of Curious Satan in here, right here, of KY Satan. And like what happened is I looked up and I was like, what? There's Curious on the screen. Like, why is there Curious on the screen? And because I saw KY, and then I was like, oh, Curious Satan. Okay, it does actually say Curious Satan there. And so I'm like, my array's wrong. Like, I say that there are only 2 occurrences of Curious Satan. That's 2 occurrences of the abbreviated version of Curious Satan. Like, clearly there like are 2 occurrences right here. that says the exact same thing. I found a bug in my code, so I feel like I need to tell you guys. So there are 1,009 occurrences of cat or sate, sat or sate. I said there was like 1,790. I think that sat is more common. Like what happened is like this search string 4, it was labeled as search string 3, so that's why I was like, why is it saying the same thing? Because it was like doubling everything, and it wasn't including the sate at all, like because I couldn't find any occurrences of sate in there. But yeah. Here, I'll scroll up real quick in case you need to see the code, because you need the code. But I'll post it on GitHub in a second. I feel like I shouldn't brag until I know my code works, but there it is. It's in the middle. I checked it first to see if like I could just have sate at the end of the line, and no, it's in the middle. But what's really scaring me is like that it's removing data a lot. Like anytime you have data removed, you start thinking that like the code you wrote is buggy. I don't know.